Okay, can I share my screen now, Kurt?
You should be able to. I made you a
Oh,
co-host, so
okay, perfect. And everyone can see my screen?
Yes.
yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to be talking about social media marketing. And so I normally just talk about how to build your audience using social media, but we'll talk about the social media mix. We'll talk about how social media is beneficial to small business owners such as yourself. But I call it this because when using social media, it's just that it's social. You're building a relationship with your audience and you're engaging with them as well. And so we already talked about myself. So I have my assistant run through this slide presentation for me really quick. So let's talk a little bit about what marketing is. So marketing, you guys are probably already familiar because you're in the entrepreneurship training program there. And so I'm sure they've talked at length about marketing, or they will start talking about marketing. And so social media is just another aspect of marketing. So you have what's called traditional marketing or guerrilla style marketing, digital marketing. Social media is a type of marketing. And so with marketing, your basic is just a product or service. What are you selling? For you, Erica, you're a cat sitter, so you're selling a service. And for you, Jennifer, you're having a store, so you'll be actually selling art supplies, but then you have a service aspect of it and teaching classes. The place is the location. For you, Erica, it looks like you'll be going house to house, maybe your house. For you, Jennifer, it's either at a location, stagnant brick and mortar, where people will come, whether it's a community art center, art store, or where you're going to take classes. And then the price, how much you're going to charge. Promotion is also a part of marketing as well. How often you will market your product or service and where. Okay, I'm going to promote my product 3 times a week on radio, 2 times a week on television, 5 days a week on social media. So that's your promotion, how you're going to talk about your product. And then of course, people, that's your target market. And so when you look at marketing, it's all about the right product in the right place, at the right time, at the right price, to the right people. And social media is no different. This is the formula because it's how you are choosing to market to your customers. And so social media marketing is a process of creating content. And so you get used to this word content. It's very important because when you use media, even when you use like email marketing, any type of digital marketing, you have to create the content. And so you're creating content that's tailored to your particular customers where they follow you on social media. So I want to make sure that you understand you just can't get a flyer and post that on your Facebook page and think, okay, that's it. I've marketed my dog and cat sitting. That's it. I'm done. No, you have to engage the pet lovers. Like a lot of people, like me, like my pet, I have a dog. It's like my baby, I have a son. It's like people spoil their animals. They spoil them. So you have a special niche audience of people that don't want to take their pet to like a doggy daycare type of place or animal hospital that has like boarding. These people want their dogs to be comfortable at home. So you have to create content that's tailored around your audience. And so social media is just that, creating content that you have tailored to the context of each individual social platform in order to drive user engagement and sharing. So social media is what it is. So take the word media out and think about the word social. It's you're socializing with your audience. And so that's what has made social media grow and be a phenomena that it is, because think about it, 20 years ago, 15 years ago, you weren't able to tweet your favorite celebrity. You weren't able to engage with your favorite products. I like to use the example. I like shopping at New York and Company. And when they first got on social media, it was like this post and you get a coupon. And because I shopped there, I would like their post, I would comment, and they would send me all these coupons and they would respond back. And so now when you think about it, we can reach out to people anywhere at any time because of social media. You can find your old classmates, you can find family members, you can find coworkers, whatever you want. My mom found old classmates, on social media. So it's just that. It's an app that's all around building relationships. So let's look at social media and how fast and how quick people utilize it. And so you can see it's a powerful marketing strategy if done the right way. So every 60 seconds, these things are happening on the internet. More than 200,000 photos are uploaded to Facebook. 70 hours of content is being watched. Look at Google. 30.8 million searches on Google, 350 tweets. If you just look at Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok's not on here, but I'm going to add it. LinkedIn, 120 new accounts created. So when you look at all of this, look at Netflix. Every minute, 87,000 hours are being watched. Tumblr, but like all of these social medias, Eventbrite, for people that host events, 200 tickets are being sold. So it's important that you understand what's going on. If you look at YouTube, 400 hours of video has been uploaded every minute, and 700,000 hours of videos are being watched. So when you add TikTok to the mix, which I'll add it on this, when I do this presentation again, that took over all of social media during COVID, during the virus, because people were at home, they didn't have anything to do. And so they started using social media, and then they started finding out TikTok, which was an app that was originally, it's done from China, but the app geared children 10 to 14. Now you can find people all ages on apps. People are building their businesses on TikTok because of the amount of people that is on the app. Any business you want. And they've recently partnered with an app called Shopify, as well as, so Instagram also partners with Shopify. What that basically means is Shopify is able to be integrated into that particular app. And so it's a huge deal that if you have a business TikTok account, you are now able to be integrated into Shopify and sell your products. So that's something new. So as you can see, small businesses utilizing social media is going to be key in their ultimate success. And so why is social media important to your business? Social media is quickly becoming one of the most important aspects of digital marketing, which provides incredible benefits that can help you reach millions of customers worldwide. Before, when you used to market locally, it was just that you were a local business owner. And now you can post on social media and get a client anywhere and be international. And if you're not applying this profitable source, you are missing out on an incredible marketing opportunity, as it makes it easy to spread the word about your business, your product, and your company's personal mission. And so I'm going to talk about the benefits of social media marketing. It will help your business increase its exposure 89%. It'll increase traffic to your website by 75%. You can develop loyal fans. This is really important to small business owners, that loyalty, because you're going to be successful if you have your clients coming back. because once you build that loyalty, they're not going to go anywhere, especially for you, Erica. You know, if you can build out about 15, 20 families, you know, that you're dog sitting for a month, that could be lucrative. And, you know, you could still market, but you want, I know if you was a dog sit for me, you know, you want to create that loyalty, that trust. People are allowing you in their homes. They're allowing you around your pets. You know, they're going to expect you to treat their pets like they treat their pets, you know. So you want to develop that loyalty. You want to develop that client, that repeat client, especially if you can get a client that, I don't want to go into business opportunity or anything. I tend to do that. But if you, you know, if you find the perfect customer that travels on a regular basis, and you can get them on a subscription base where they pay you monthly, you know, that will help you with a constant stream of income. And so, you know, same thing with you, Jennifer, you know, finding those people that are artists that are constantly looking for where they can take classes, where they can develop their art skills and things like that. You know, you want to develop those customers that are continual customers, because those are what's going to get you the word of mouth. And you can do that using social media. It provides marketplace insight. It helps generate leads. It improves your search engine rankings. You can, you know, grow business partnerships, establish thought leadership. All these things improve sales, and then reduce marketing expense. All these things are the benefit of using social media marketing. Now, this 10 reduce marketing expense, that's where I want to land a little bit, because you can ultimately use social media for free. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the paid, but if you understand the rhythm of each social media channel, you can really grow your, you know, your business social media pages and have little to no marketing expense when it comes to using social media. Now, you know, that's important as a small business because you're going to be using that money elsewhere. But if you use it properly, your expense could definitely be little to none while you're growing your business. And so that's key. And then establish, you know, yourself as a thought leader. So I'm going to talk about things that you can kind of post on social media that people will look at. And so looking at social media, I want to talk about some of these channels. You know, Facebook, of course, you know, is the most popular. It's been out there the longest. Let me say this. These numbers have since changed since the pandemic, so these need to be updated. Social media, the ages, I think it was in 2019, yeah, when I was teaching a high school business class. And because I work at other universities, so I was teaching at National Lewis, and they do a high school integration course where they teach entrepreneurship. And so we were talking about social media marketing, and this kid said, you know, Facebook was for old people. And I was like, oh my God. You know, I was like, oh, Facebook's for old people, you know. And so looking at these numbers and doing more market research, Facebook users are now older. They're not younger. When Facebook originally came out, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, Facebook was for college students. Back in the day, it was originally for 18 to 22-year-olds, and then they made it public. And so now everybody's on Facebook. It is still the most popular, and it's still the most widely used social media platform. And people have found success in having a Facebook page. However, these demographics are wrong. The demographics run much older on Facebook now. My Instagram, this is correct. It's just a Facebook Old people are now on Facebook. But with Instagram, this is one of the most popular ones because you are able to use pictures. Now, what's important to know about Instagram is more businesses are starting to, that have e-commerce, are starting to use Instagram because, like I said, you can easily integrate your Shopify app or any type of e-commerce app. You're able to integrate into Instagram very well. They also have more urban users, which means more people in the city. It's younger people tend to use Instagram more, but as you can see, women are mainly on Facebook as well as Instagram. Twitter is the same. Twitter is a lot of large businesses are on Twitter. So I don't know if you guys remember this at all, but when Chick-fil-A, Wendy's, and Popeyes had a whole Twitter war about their chicken sandwiches that was on social media, it increased each company's value. That's how the chicken sandwich sold out at Popeyes. You know, Twitter is a very good social media platform to use. A lot of celebrities, politics, so you're able to @ people with the @ sign on Twitter, and a lot of businesses respond back to their clients. And then of course, LinkedIn is more for job searching, skill development. LinkedIn is high real estate. When it comes to marketing on LinkedIn, it's very expensive because if you just do the basic and you just post, if you were using it to market your business, you won't get a lot of traction. But paying for marketing on Instagram on LinkedIn, I apologize, is very expensive. But as you can see, there are a lot of people using social media. Now, I've since expanded this. I used to have a very simple graphic explaining how to use social media site used with donuts, but I've since and I still need to add TikTok on here. It's still not on here. But why is this important? It's important because all social medias are not created equal. Social media channels are not created equal. And so business owners make the mistake of posting the same exact thing on all of their channels. And then they get upset because they don't see the traction that they thought they were going to see. You can't think that you're going to get the same results on Facebook that you get on Instagram, that you get on YouTube, that you get on Twitter. It's not going to happen. Even Snapchat. No, it's important that you understand how these social medias work and how you use each social media. And so when you understand, Facebook is all about the engagement. It's all about the conversation. It's all about stating your opinion. That Instagram is not that site. Yeah, people put,
Sorry, could you say that again?
Oops, sorry, y'all, my watch.
I'm having trouble.
People have done that on Instagram because you have sites like the Shade Room, different things like that, and people put comments on there. However, Facebook is literally the social site where you're able to, put all this information that you want and how you want to engage with your customers. And so it's more of an opinionated, or you brag. So think about Facebook, how you use it now, just as your own personal page. You post your child's birthday, your child's first day of school. You post when you graduate. Some of you guys might have posted that you're in the entrepreneurship program. You might have posted, oh, I'm starting a business. You might post, it's your anniversary, you got married, you had a baby. You're posting all these things. You might post that you like this restaurant, you went to this place, you go to this church, whatever it is you might post. Like for you, Jennifer, you like drawing. You might post some of your artwork, anything on Facebook. That's what Facebook is. You are posting because you want a response. that's what Facebook is all about. If you go to a party, people take pictures, would say, oh, tag me in that picture, because you want people to engage with your content. That is how it is on the business side. Now, I always tell small business owners to create a separate business page, because what you don't want to happen is things that are too personal. You don't want that to affect your business. And then some people, their Facebook names are something different. It's not them, it's their Miss Sexy or whatever it is. But so you want to make sure, like, I need to separate Miss Sexy from who I am. And so it's important that you have a business page. And the same way you engage with your personal page, that's how you engage with your business page. So you're posting about your business. And so when you look at how this donut is, it'll help you understand this is how you're going to use it for your business. So if you're selling donuts on Facebook, you might put, I like donuts. And then you will go into why. Twitter is all about the hashtags. And we're going to talk about that because Facebook and Instagram also have adapted hashtags as well. But on Twitter is meant for you to find whatever topic that you're looking for by the hashtag. So you might put, I'm eating a hashtag donut. YouTube is a huge miss by small business owners. You can gain so much traction using YouTube. Here's a video of me eating a donut. There is something out now called mukbangs, and people are making a ridiculous amount of money just sitting in front of a camera eating. And so I think if you have a business, like for you, Erica, you could do tips on YouTube on how to properly take care of your pet, how to properly sit someone's pet, how to take care of a pet, or what your services entail. Same thing with you, Jennifer, how people can find you, what you do at your community center, how to draw, what paints to use, what's safe to use for babies, what's safe to use for children, what, all these things. YouTube is for everybody. Like you can search so many different videos. I didn't know there was a video of people eating donuts. Like I literally just put that just to explain it. No, there's videos of people eating donuts and they're getting paid for that. Of course, Pinterest, here's a good recipe for a donut, but Pinterest has also expanded its brand. And now Pinterest is doing, inspo on home decor and, all these different things. Spotify, you can have a podcast. Currently, I'm listening to donuts. So, Spotify, and then of course you have Apple Podcasts, Yelp, reviews, Reddit, is you can ask anything. Snapchat, when Snapchat came out, I remember I didn't understand it. My son was talking about it. You just put these quick videos up. Everyone but me is at this donut festival, and so I started using Snapchat. You can do short stories, things like that. And so you have Snapchat, and it's another app that's like Snapchat too. Reels and stories on Instagram. Tumblr is a blog. Quora is a whole information, Google Plus, Foursquare, LinkedIn, just if you look up each site and figure out, okay, I'm going to use this site because it's important for my business. That's why it's important to know who your customer is. And you guys will learn that in marketing, because you want to use social media. You want to be where they are. You don't want to be like, well, I like Instagram, I prefer Instagram, and none of your clients are on there, because Instagram is all about the photos and then short videos, but it's all about getting people's attention because of the photograph. And so, and Instagram, let me say this, it's hard to grow a business page on Instagram organically. And so with that being said, a lot of times you have to do a lot of pay, like a lot of boost post, and we'll talk about that. But organic, what I've noticed working with clients, starting a business page is pretty tough because of the algorithm. A lot of large businesses are on Instagram, like Sephora and Ulta. They use what's called influencers. that help drive traffic to their page. And so with Instagram, I would use the guise of starting it with your personal page and then just pointing people to your business page. Instagram has a weird algorithm. And so when you look at your social media channel strategy, after this slide, I'll take questions. Once you understand which social media is going to be good for you and your business and your market, then you want to look at the content. Remember, right, that's important for you to understand. No matter what social media channel you use, you have to create content. You have to create content. So why is that important? Because the tone, what you say, how you engage your audience with that content. And so this is KinderCare. And so what I wanted to look at was KinderCare. This is KinderCare social media marketing strategy. So when they use Facebook, it's important that the tone is joyful, empathetic, positive, compassionate, witty, because they want to tug on the heartstrings of moms and dads. Like, this is where families come together to have fun, share stories, exchange ideas and advice. So that's what I said about Facebook. Think about everything you put on Facebook about yourself. If you think about their personal page, that's what you want to do on your business page. Create engaging content to make people feel like they're part of you. It's very relational, very relational. And so when you look at how KinderCare is doing this, what they're saying is their audience is internal and external. So they're trying to get their it looks like someone's trying to come in. Their audiences, and they have private groups, they have Facebook groups, all these things. Why would KinderCare having a Facebook group is important? Because if you're in this KinderCare Facebook group, that means you're a mom of small children. And so you got to think about that. So for you, Erica, get on Facebook, that's all about pets, things like that. You want to find Facebook groups. You want to create Facebook groups that make people feel connected to you. Now, when you look at Twitter, this is the tone where influencers and newsmakers come together to discuss current events and trends. That's what that's the messaging on Twitter. That's very important. So their mission is to actively engage with influencers and to drive in messages that matter to our brand. Here, we will deepen our foothold as leaders in the early childhood space, policies, and trends. So when KinderCare is on Twitter, this is going to be their marketing focus. Instagram is all visual, where friends come to share visual, meaningful moments from their lives. And then, of course, LinkedIn, where our thought leaders share strategies that grow our economics and our business. And then Pinterest, where families come to be inspired in search of what they want to become and where they want to go. And so you guys will get a copy of this PowerPoint slide, because I want you to make sure that when you're on each of these platforms, and of course there's more, but I wanted you to look, this is an actual social media strategy from KinderCare. This is what their marketing team uses when they're engaging on these platforms, because they have a mission. So look at Instagram. Instagram is all about pictures. A picture is worth 1,000 words. It is. If you can draw someone into your business with your picture, you got them. So their mission is to connect with families from their heart, delivering photos of meaningful moments shared by families and or employees. Now, I know, because I did marketing for KinderCare. They were very intentional about making sure they had a Black family, an Asian family, an Hispanic family. Like, they want a white family. Anytime they sent their photographers out, they wanted a mix of children. They wanted to show get a mix, a diverse of children together, boys playing with girls or girls and girls. Make sure you have white, biracial, Hispanic, because they wanted people to feel comfortable, Indian children. And then they have commercials and ads where it's just all Black or all Hispanic, because you know what, I'm in Chicago, and they would say most inner cities have a mix of Black and brown. So they would say, they would send me a lot of their diverse, particularly one that showed like, brown, yellow, Black children, and they would have me take them to their centers. So you got to know where you're marketing. You got to know, if it's anything that I can help you understand with social media, you will not be successful not understanding where you're marketing from and just posting anything. I'm just going to post this picture. No, you have to be thoughtful, because you want to make sure that you reach your audience. So how to match media and messages. So I went through all of that so that you can understand. When you use print ads and blogs, the message is to inform and educate. Social media platforms is to engage. You want people to talk back to you. Emails, if you do email marketing is to invite, announce, and inform. Video content is to entertain, invoke emotion or empathy. Now, using social media, and I said it's to engage. You can put a printed ad or a blog on your social media, like on LinkedIn, on Facebook, because you want to inform and engage. Every time you post on social media, you don't have to ask for a sale. You can ask for a comment. You can ask for a share. You can ask for a like. You can ask for anything. Every time does not have to be for a sale. Posting video on social media, you will get a high level of engagement. People love video, not too long, not a movie, anything like that. You want to keep people's attention. And I would say if you do a video, no more than 2 minutes, 2 minutes or less, but people want to be entertained. Tell a story, show something. Like for you, Erica, show you taking care of a dog. If you look at Instagram, all these dog reels, I have a pit bull. And so I look at a lot of pit bull content. They showing you like, oh, they like to be hugged. You can love on them. You can walk them. They're funny. They have personalities. You want to engage and show you interacting with the animals on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever, on TikTok. You want to show that. That's how you pull at people's heartstrings. That's how people can say, oh, you know what? I think she would be good. Like, look at her with this dog. Look at her with this cat, things like that. So I'm going to stop here, because I'm going to go into monitoring and how you can use it. Does anyone have any questions for me? We can do some Q&A now, and then I'll finish the rest of the presentation.
I have a question. So for me, because it sounds, the kinder care example sounds so similar to what I'm doing. Would that be a good way to go?
Well, absolutely, because like children, people are that way about their about their pets.
Right.
I don't want to leave my pet with you and you're going to beat them to death. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
Right.
you gotta, people want to know that they can trust you, that, if I send you this expensive dog food, you're not going to take it and just give them kibbles and bits. So I absolutely think that how people feel about their children, they feel about their animals. So you could definitely use that marketing strategy, because you got to think, you always want to, people are looking to learn. So you always want to inform, educate, engage, but you also want to show that you are an authority when it comes to pet sitting. And there's a right way to pet sit and there's a wrong way, too. And so I think, absolutely that you could use that strategy.
Okay.
I have a question about, I know Instagram, you can link Instagram to Facebook. And
Yes.
so,
Yeah, they all own each other. Yeah. You
Yeah, so
can
is
link
that a good
to
idea?
Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Oh, really?
Mhm.
But they're all owned by Facebook, Twitter.
So when you go to Instagram, you can link when you go, it's done in Instagram,
Right.
you can link to Twitter
Oh,
and Facebook.
oh, okay.
Yes.
Well,
But
we
you
have to
do it
see
from
what
Instagram.
Elon Musk says about Twitter.
Yeah.
You can do it. So this is the thing. So you just have to be mindful of what just not mindful, intentional about what you want shared to both. So whatever you're putting on in, because it's just going to share it. So let's say you are talking about art, you're having an art workshop, and that's something you want on all the platforms. And so, you have a picture up there. So what happens is it goes to Facebook and it's going to look like it did on Instagram. But Twitter, it's going to have your words and it's going to be a link of your picture that people click, and it's going to lead them back to Instagram.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But
If I was there, I could show you. I can't even show you on this computer. But
no,
yeah,
it's fine.
if you go to your Instagram, and when you get ready to post, if you look below, it's going to give you these options like to share, because I have multiple Instagrams, so I can share to my business page, I can share to, and it'll say other. I think it says, hold on, I'm gonna tell you what it says. But you can share to, like you said, Facebook, and then let me see if I can see it. So they even added like a fundraiser tool to Instagram that you can use as well. It's a lot. What I don't have. If I'll just send the information to Kirk, but I was gonna say, if I was teaching in that program, I would definitely show you how to do it. So when you go, to get ready to share, on Instagram, you get ready to share, it has all these different things that'll ask you to share it to Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. If you have a Tumblr account, you just have to make sure you turn it on. So I don't know if you can see, but in this setting, like if I was to share this picture down below, it's asking you if you want to share it. So you don't see it until you're ready to post.
Okay.
So just go down to the advanced, even in the advanced settings. And so this is the thing that's so good about Instagram. So even in the advanced settings, if you go all the way down and it says advanced settings, you can turn off comments. You can add branded content. You can put all of your hashtags in there. Like, it's a lot you can do with Instagram, and social media has came a long way from when it first happened. Now it's more friendly for business owners. You can boost your content, you can boost your stories, things like that. So
Okay.
yeah, but definitely share.
Okay. And I don't know if you're going to address this later, but how often do we need to be posting on social media?
Yes, that I am going to talk about that in the second half, but my answer is what you can commit to. So if you are consistent, I do audits of business social media pages, and I'm like floored at people that haven't posted in like a month or 2 months. I'm like, how do you expect your audience to grow? It's not, you're abandoning them. So if you can commit to 3 days a week, then do 3 days a week. If you can commit to 2 days a week, do that. But if you can commit to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, absolutely, you should do that. What you can commit to, because the minute you say, I'm going to do every day, and you get overwhelmed, then that's hard. But there are apps that you can use that you can do all of your social media posts. Like on Sunday, you can say, okay, I'm going to do 3 posts a week. You can do those posts, put them in this app, and then the app will kick it out for you at that time. So yeah, I'm going to talk about that too, and make sure you guys have that. So those are some of the things, those are some of the tricks that other business owners use where they're able to do all the work beforehand. Because I always say, as a business owner, you need to have a planning day. Absolutely. You need to have a work day for your business, a planning day, a day that, you know, you're going to do your work. And so if social media is a marketing tool you want to use, you know, like for me, it's Sunday nights where I plan out my week. I plan out what I got to do. I already know from, you know, a certain amount of time, I'm going to be focusing on my content. I just started doing TikTok videos. And so I start focusing on my content. I start figuring out, what do I want to do? What do I need to do? And so if you say I can do 3 days a week, then you create what you want to say, and then you upload it, and then it does it on its own. And then you can go out through your week and know that it's posted. So absolutely. But I'm going to talk about that because consistency is definitely the key in growing your audience. Any other questions before I finish?
Oh, not a question, but a comment. TikTok has really had an influence on social media. So just like, you know, Instagram has Reels now, and then Facebook, you know, which owns Insta, they now have their own Reels. So, you know, as far as like, you know, trying to get people's attention within a certain kind of time span, I guess, it's just really, really important that you post consistently. Because if, you know, people are short of time, like even now, there's shorts on YouTube, which is the same as Reels. So it's like,
Yep.
if you only posting like, you know, once a week and you think you're going to get some traction, forget it, because attention spans are like that now.
And that's why I think, you know, 3 to 4 times a week is really good. I always suggest you batch record. See, that's the trick that people don't tell you, because like I said, I have a podcast. And so I started using I started using TikTok to promote that. And so, but I batch record, and I figured it out, like all those different outfit changes. And I was like, I can't do that every day. I'm busy. And so that's why I picked I mark like which videos I'm going to do, or which posts I'm going to do on Facebook or Instagram. Like I write everything out. I have a social media calendar, and that's going to be important. And as a business owner, that creative marketing and building your audience is very important, because I've seen it particularly on TikTok, where someone will start like making headbands, I don't know, and they will sell out like that. They will sell out. So definitely, especially with you with art, Jennifer, if you have art that you've already done, if you have classes you've already taught, you already have content that you've already recorded on your phone, put those snippets together to music, post it on TikTok, link in bio where people can find you. That's all of you guys do that. Start a TikTok. You don't have to do the latest dances. People think that. Use the trending sounds. Yeah, I started doing some of the dances. My son was like, you got to do them. So,
all these
but I
dances.
noticed, I'm like, I don't know. I got to figure it out. But the thing is how many people are watching that? Especially if you have a link, like an e-commerce link that they can buy something from you or things like that. You sell out so quick, or you see a lot of traction to your website. So I definitely suggest, don't get intimidated. Like I'm not doing this dance, or you don't have to. The trending sound is what pushes your content up, and the hashtags that you use. And so, I know I only have an hour, so I'm going to go back to the presentation. But if I was to, admonish you guys, start where you feel comfortable. But like I said, if you already have content in your phone, if you've already recorded yourself with people's dogs, you already, just post, make an account and just start doing it. You don't have to wait for anything. Just start doing it. If you have a website, start advertising it, because once you start making money, I'm telling you, it's going to encourage you. And once you start getting more and more clients, that's going to encourage you to do more. Take the advantage of being in this class to learn all the business aspects of everything that you need. But the marketing, just put yourself out there. I'm going to let's go back to, so now the social media tools that I was talking about, monitor, make sure you use tools you can use, to help you. So what that means is to monitor is Facebook and Instagram. So when you promote on there, when you pay for their social media marketing boost, they will give you an update on how many people viewed it, how many people liked it. They'll give you impressions. TikTok will do the same, how many people watched your video. Track your trends. And so what that basically means is, of course, you want to be in touch with your industry, but also as well as where you've been successful, which social media site you've been more successful on. So you want to do that. You want to just make sure you're wise and you're proactive when you are on these social media. So you want to monitor, you want to track your trends, identify key influencers. Now, key influencers are people who have a lot of followers in your target audience. And so you can collaborate with those people, do a video with them. That doesn't necessarily you have to pay them. If you know other people that are on social media that has a large following, ask them to share your content. Ask them to do a collab video with you, ask them to post for you, things like that. Generate leads. Now, this is what you can do on TikTok as well as face any of them, but TikTok as well. Identify people that want to purchase. So what I noticed on TikTok is that they'll say, oh, I'm selling these headbands. How many are interested? Click the link. So let me say this, if you don't have a link tree, if you're not familiar with that, I'll send the link when I send Kirk these slides. Do a link tree and put that in every single bio you have. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, do a link tree. What that is they can click the link and find out where they can contact you right away. And that's free. And then of course you want to track your competitors, what your competitors are doing. That's key as well. You want to know because your competitors are absolutely, getting their customers. And so you want to kind of mimic what they're doing. Like, okay, how are my competitors getting customers? Now, hashtags, it's important they use hashtags. Now, I've heard to use as less as 3 and as many as 20. I think you can find your sweet spot. If you want to do between 3 and 20, put it, if you have a phone, come up with your own hashtags and put them like in your notes, like your notes section. So all you have to do is copy and paste it into each post. So you can hashtag, dog sitter, hashtag Chicago, hashtag pets, hashtag cats, hashtag, things like that. So people can find you. Same thing with you, Jennifer, anything to do with art, community, paintings, Monet, Van Gogh, whatever it is you want to find, you can actually, there's apps that tell you what are popular hashtags in your niche. You can go online and find out which hashtags are popular. Try to use some that are popular, but try to use some that don't have a lot of followers so that yours won't be lost. But you definitely want to use hashtags in all of your posts. Now, TikTok will recommend hashtags, use those. The hashtags they will recommend you to use because it will push your content up as well. And then looking at Instagram is just like your digital business card. So it's important that you understand what people are looking for. Who are you? What do you do? How can you help them? Why should they care? And how can they get in contact with you? Every time you post on any social media, but this just as Instagram, but any social media, who are you? What do you do? How can you help them? Why should they care? And how can they get in contact with you? You are in business to solve a problem. And you have to remember that. How are you solving this problem? Why should people use you? I'm sure you guys have already talked about unique value proposition. This is important to understand. Every time you post, you want to answer these questions. People shouldn't leave like, I don't know what I just saw. When you look at Instagram, don't get caught up in followers. Just be proactive about posting and attracting new customers. Don't look at, oh, I only have 10 followers. Oh, I only have, because those hashtags are going to push you up. You want to get on that explore page on Instagram, and that's what's going to help you attract more people and attract more sales. And so, you want to make sure that you don't get caught up in followers. Just be proactive and growing your page and attracting new customers. Instagram can be tough, but if you're consistent when you post, you'll start seeing more traction. Like I said, if you do a link tree, you'll start seeing more traction to your website or wherever they can find you. I said this already about your hashtags, but one of the growth strategies on Instagram that's important is whatever industry you are in, find people in that industry. Leave comments on their pages and follow them so they can follow you back and leave comments on your page, and you can communicate with them. And that's how you collaborate. Now, I said 25. That's just a number that I threw out there. It could be 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, but find people that are within your industry, within your hashtag, and leave comments, leave thoughtful comments, leaving feedback, things like that, asking them to follow you back if you want to have, if you have questions, but doing something to get them to interact back with you. And so that will definitely help grow your Instagram as well. And this is what you were asking me as well, Jennifer. Making sure you are consistent when you post. And that's, everybody's different. If you can only do 1 day a week, do 1 day a week. If you can do 7 days a week, do that. But what's consistent about it is you do it. If you're saying, hey, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm posting, then make sure Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you're posting. Make sure your message is clear. What do you want people to do? That's what people want to know. What do you want me to do? Oh, you're educating me. Oh, you want me to purchase something? Share your handles. What does that mean? Share your Facebook, your Instagram. Share, always share. Schedule your posts. So I don't know if I put this in here. I might not have. I don't think I did. Okay, so let me go back. I don't think I did. Let me go back to, I'm gonna share my screen in 1 minute. I don't think I did. So there are some, write this down. There are some tools you can use that will help you schedule your post. So write down Buffer, Buffer, that's free, Buffer. Write down Edgar. You can use that one, it will help you. And write down Hootsuite, like the owl say, like Hootsuite. Those are social media where you can use those, and you can upload all your posts at once and schedule them to go out. Those are good to have. So you want to schedule your posts in those apps. When you get a client, you want to ask them to follow, you want them to share, things like that. Anytime you get a client, you'll say, hey, like my page, like my Facebook, like my YouTube, like my, you want to have them do it, and then analyze the best time of day to post. And so for every guy is different. You could post, just whenever you get the most traction, that's when you want to have people post. That's when you want to post, whenever you see that you have the most traction. So it could be, Tuesdays at 11 or Wednesdays. That's when you just kind of analyze the best time for you. Now, research has shown the best time to post is first thing in the morning. if you post anytime before 8 o'clock, noon, 5 p.m., and then 10 p.m. So before people go to work, when people go to lunch, or people get off work, and before people go to bed. Those are good times to post. Video content, I said that. YouTube, you said that, Erica, YouTube Shorts. Video content, create it. Any type of content, a hack, anything you're explaining people to do, a recipe, it doesn't matter. Create video content. Create video content. Paid ads, boost your post. Facebook can walk you through it. Instagram will walk you through it. It's important that you have paid ads. It helps bring awareness. Then people will consider your product and your service, and then it helps with conversion. You can choose which target audience you want people to. You want when you go in, it'll ask you about that. It'll say, oh, people that like this page, people that like my page, people that like this product. You can go in and choose. For new businesses, I say $10 a day is a good way to start when you're boosting and paying for ads. $10 a day. And you can cut it off. Like my max is $100 for this campaign, then do $5 a day and spread it out. And so, you want to send more traffic to your website, increase engagement. You want people to communicate with you on Messenger. It's all about building brand awareness and increasing your reach. And this is what happens with social media. I will say this, if you're going to do your business on social media, make sure you have your logo on there, your website. You want to make sure your brand is represented well. And finally, I want to say, have a call to action. What do you want your followers to do? Click the link in your bio, share a comment, send you a direct message. You have to tell them what to do. You have to tell people what you want them to do on social media. Never assume that they know, never assume that they're going to automatically do it. You have to tell them what you want them to do. That is important. And understanding who your target market is, but you guys will learn all that in your marketing class when you have it in the program. So that's all I have. We went a little bit over, 4 minutes over. Sorry about that, Kurt.
No, that's fine. Thank you so much, Irene. I don't know if we want to try and take any last questions, but if people want to hang around for a couple minutes yet, I'm gonna put up in the chat a survey, if you wouldn't mind filling that out. I'll also send that with follow-ups email with the slides and
Yes.
this evaluation, and I'm hopefully doing a recording of this too. So if that turns out, I'll send that. I know a couple of you joined a little bit late. So if you want to see the whole presentation, hopefully that recording will be available and good to watch. So, but just any last comments or questions before we go? Thank you so much, Irene, for putting this on. I appreciate your time and just knowledge and experience in this area. So thank you so much. And any last comments before we go? Anything burning? I don't want to cut it off, but
Dr. Irene, where can we find you? What are your cell phones?
You can email me. I have 2 emails. I'm gonna put it in here.
Okay.
You can.
Okay.
and I forgot to mention, I mentioned Joseph Center, but you also have your own business with your husband too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
yep, Abrons Next Level Coaching. Yep.
So Irene is an entrepreneur and a trainer, teacher, instructor. She does a little bit of everything. So
I do.
So again, thank you all. I know actually that the 2 people that joined us late too, Rebecca and Jesse, you are both in the class as well. So I think I think everybody that had signed up to come, all the ones that came were the ones from the class, and the ones that didn't come were other people from outside. So thank you so much for being here, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the class in the coming weeks. But thank you again, Irene. We really appreciate your time.
welcome.
So,
So
uh,
much.
all right, take care, everyone. Thanks again.
All right, thank you. Take care.
Bye. It's
Bye.
nice meeting you guys.
Bye.
See you.
I will get that over to you in a few minutes. Okay.
Okay, sounds great. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.